We should be good. We're doing art today. Very excited. Well, yeah, welcome back for another stream. Hopefully, we might have some really good news this weekend. I'm hoping, depending on how fast something can get delivered and can be checked out. But that's on hoping that a solution has been found to the second monitor problem. We'll know when we know. But currently we do not know, so we'll have to save that. Hi Comet, welcome in. Daily order. And you got first. Very nice, very nice. Gotta be careful about getting first here. No one can always snipe it. Hi Fancy, welcome in. Blueberry pancake, delicious. Only one. I hope you're not too hungry. You're only getting one. Maybe it's a really big one. Never thought about that. Comet only got a macaroon, so I guess they... And so did Agent. 2 people got a single macaroon. I guess you're kind of the luckiest so far for getting a pancake at least. That's pretty good. It could be a nicely sized pancake. I don't know why when I think of pancakes, I think of those little bitty ones you can buy at the store, like those tiny... Not Eggo, because those are the waffles, but like... You guys know the ones I'm talking about. They're like the itty-bitty pancakes that you can just warm up. They come frozen in the frozen section. Every frozen section has one. Unless they stopped selling them. Also, how fucking dare you? How dare you make me small? I was gonna give you guys good news, but you know what? If I'm gonna be small, maybe I don't have good news for you. Maybe I'll be spiteful because I'm itty-bitty. Napoleon complex, motherfucker. How about that? How about that? Now, I'll still give you the potentially good news. Hey, I'm big again. Okay. Okay, good. Everyone has seen, I assume, at least, those tiny waffles or tiny pancakes that are everywhere. No good news. You know what? You're right, Jay. I shouldn't punish everyone for... I assume it was Comet. It's always Comet. Yeah, it's always Comet. I shouldn't punish everyone for Comet's mistake. I could. Sins of the father and whatnot. But that wouldn't imply that Comet is everyone's dad, and that's not true. What the fuck is my cousin sending me, and why? Why does she send me these things? Thank you for the bit, Comet. You're still in trouble. No amount of throwing shiny things at me will stop the fact that you're in trouble. I have children? I surely hope not. I hope not. No. I don't trust you to be a responsible adult that takes care of yourself, let alone children. No, no. Sins of the moth parent. So... You could guess Meeps, but not me? I didn't know you knew Jowls! Also, Meeples was the only person who calls me cool, I guess. I don't know. I assumed it was maybe like some VC for the people who were supposed to be there and just weren't. I didn't know you thought I was cool. Meeples calls me cool like pretty regularly when we talk, so I was like, I don't know, who else thinks I'm cool? That was like it. Meeples. That was it. I didn't know you thought I was cool. I'm sorry. And I didn't know you knew Jowls. I'm also sorry about that. Or was it... I think it was Jowls. Or was it Popple? Who the fuck were we talking to? I don't even remember anymore. I'm sorry. Who doesn't think you're cool? No. Okay, it was Jowls. Okay. I know there were a few people who were there, and I didn't know you knew Jowls. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was Meeples, because he's the only person I know that calls me cool. I just assumed, oh, that must be Meeples. Who doesn't think you're cool? I don't... Probably a lot of people. I don't think I'm cool. I think I'm, like, okay, but, like, cool? That's, like, kind of a big one for me. You... okay, fine. There's at least 3 people who think I'm cool. Fine, 4! There's, like, 4 people who think I'm cool. I also didn't think you thought kawaii was stinky. I know you didn't actually say that. We were told later that you did 5. I never said that. That's true. You didn't actually say that. We were told you said that. And with the assumption that someone did call kawaii stinky, I would have assumed that was Meeples. But I think Meeples gets bullied more so the other way around. I don't think I'm not sure if Meeples is really a fight back kind of guy. I think he just kind of takes it. He's just like, whatever. Okay, okay, I see your tiny knife. I'm cool, okay, I'm fine. I'll accept it. Some people think I'm cool. Fine. Alright. Though luckily you might get a new weapon soon. Anytime someone said I said something, this is a swear word. I 100% did not say it. Okay, fine, I believe you. I think I'm cool, you also didn't say anyone was stinky. I don't swear. Oh, that's something I didn't know about you. I guess I've noticed during your streams you don't, but then again, I don't notice when I swear, so. Why is oh, okay, it was a smiley face. It didn't load in at first, and I was like, how did you send a blank Twitch message? But no, it's just the smiley face loading. That's interesting that it didn't load on OBS or in the chat box, so I guess it's, yeah, then again, it's based off of my chat box specifically. So it wasn't a general issue. I always swear. You certainly do. Not as much as I do, though. Or some of the people we know. Speaking of the people we know, this commission is actually for one of my friends, Galaxy. One of the horns is a little wonky, don't acknowledge that. We're working on it. Reading chat is gonna be a little difficult today because my iPad can't sit on my desk anymore. I have the mouth of a sailor. Yeah, I assume a lot of people do. Some of us speak inappropriately. I should be doing better. I at least do well in public situations. Like, I don't curse when I not supposed to. I'm good on that. I just tend to. When I'm, like, on my streams or hanging out with friends. But I haven't gotten in trouble yet for cursing in places where I really shouldn't. Or, like, I can get in trouble for. That's 100% fair. Honestly, I should do better. Huge respect for you not cursing, because I know I shouldn't curse as much as I do. I should do better. I literally have notes on my desk of words to replace swear words with, and I just don't. I literally have a sticky note taped to my computer of what I should be replacing some swear words with, and I just haven't. To be fair, there are also words I don't say as much. Like, I haven't thought of a good replacement one for fuck, because at that point you just shouldn't say it. Because at that point, what's really the point of replacing fuck with, like, frick or something? Just don't say it. No. I mean, like, there's plenty of good replacement words. It's just, at that point, just don't say the word. Because you're still alluding to a bad word. Like, shit, you can say crap or poop, because that's what that means. But, like, just, at that point, just don't say it. Because you can just remove it from the sentence. Oh man, this thing sucks. To me, fuck is kind of like an additive to a sentence. You can remove it and it normally doesn't change anything. Unless you're saying, like, motherfucker, then... Ah, you mother. Doesn't sound right. Ah, you mother. How dare you? Like, at that point, it's kind of needed for some things, but most of the time, it's just, like, being added to a sentence that doesn't really need it. Plenty of things have, like, replacements, though. Like, hell could be heck, or damn could be dang, which technically isn't a curse word. Kind of is. Like a religious one? Is damn a curse word? I know sometimes you shouldn't say it, especially because, like... Okay, yeah, so it is actually one. Or, like, I have a reminder to say stupid less, because to me, stupid and silly are kind of interchangeable, but it does sound a bit meaner. So I'm trying to call things silly more than stupid. Because if I say I think something's stupid, you normally think I don't take it seriously or I don't like it. So instead, I'd like to say, oh, that's silly, because it's a more positive, I think this is, I'm not taking this seriously. Like when I'm playing games, because a lot of the games I've played, I've actually quite liked, except for Wizard with a Gun. I will continue to have a grudge against that game. I won't let go of it until they fix the multiplayer issue. So my grudge will continue until that has been fixed. But like just about every other game I played on my channel, I enjoyed. At least enough to play it continuously. Or if I only played it once, it was just because like, yeah, I liked this. I'm not going to play it on stream a lot, but I enjoyed this. But like, I don't want to call things stupid because that sounds more negative than I would like it to. I'd like to call things silly, unless I'm like talking to my friends, then you guys are stupid. But like, /pause. My friends are stupid /pause, you know? It's good enough. But yeah, there are some things I would like to replace so they sound a little less negative. I am trying to do better about my language, because I used to not curse at all when I was a kid. And then I kind of stopped caring because I stopped getting in trouble for doing so. It's like, I'm an adult now. You can't tell me not to swear. Well, you can tell me not to, but I don't have to listen. And I don't swear in, like, public, because, like, why? That's a fair one, too, is swearing while you're upset versus swearing when you're joking. I know some people will say more swears when they're upset or it's just part of their vocabulary, but yeah, it sounds way worse when you're mad about something versus just swearing because it's funny. So that's a very fair one to have, because it makes it a lot scarier. Because, like, in my friend group, we only have one person who doesn't swear. And that's for, like, he purposely does not. He doesn't swear. That's just what he does. Sometimes we'll joke. Oh, that's because I have panic attacks. Yeah, no, I assumed that was the reason. It was, sorry, that was me assuming that was the reason why. Hi, Meeples! God damn it, not the crumb case again. Who did- Agent, was that you? I assumed that was one of yours. Really, because of YouTube, I don't really... Because of YouTube? Is there, like, a secret Shay YouTube I'm not aware of? Are you a YouTuber, Shay? I'm curious. Normally, I assume that means someone's a YouTuber. And they tend to try and avoid swearing because, well, you get in trouble for it on YouTube. You probably get in trouble for it on Twitch, because they have the little profanity and vulgar language thing that I don't care enough to use because I don't care. This is not an app for babies. Grow up. I'm not giving a warning label because I said, fuck. You'll be fine. It also says excessive. It's just like, I don't care enough. I don't know why anyone would assume that this is the good Christian channel where we don't curse. I don't know why you'd assume any channel is like that unless they literally have, like, Jesus in the name. This hair will be the death of me, because, like, it's so nice in the sketch layer. YouTubers I watched didn't swear. Oh! Okay, actually, yeah, I guess that does make sense, too. Hell, that's probably why I swear so much, is likely because the YouTubers I watched did. Like, the classics, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. That's all I can really remember at this specific moment. Weirdly enough, I watched Lauren Z-Side growing up, and she doesn't curse. Hell, I still kind of do. I enjoy her stuff still. She's still funny. She hasn't changed a bit, but her channel doesn't feel, like, childish or, like, patronizing in a way. Like, yeah, sure, she doesn't curse. That's just normal, though. That's just her. She's still chilling. Still makes funny videos. I just want to watch someone who's just, like, doing something silly in a game. And she does that. I guess people like, No, I'm done listening to YouTubers. I only have excessive swearing warning on my Twitch because people I play games with. Yeah, that's fair. I just don't use it because I think it's stupid. But it is fair to use it. I probably should, I just don't. Another reason why I don't use it is, one, I don't care, and two, because people have to click on the, because it pops up the label when someone tries to click on or look at your channel. It's like, hey, if you do this, someone's gonna have a pop-up every time. So it's just like, I don't want to deal with it. I think this might be okay. We'll see when I'm done with it. And there's this little bit here. And then I have to figure out what the hell is happening with this thing. Like, that's not how this type of hair works. What is this doing? It looks cool. I just have to figure out how to line art this because you can see the, like, struggle underneath it. I wouldn't say that. It's nice to think it will, but because of how Twitch works, there's no real way to keep kids out of your channel. Because children who are already going to disrespect that rule aren't going to listen, so you just kind of have to pay attention and then ban when they don't listen. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I want to line the hair because I want it to still kind of have that fuzzy feeling. I'm not sure if that's something I can easily do. I certainly don't want to use the turnip pen. Because as much as I like how like smooth it is compared to something like the G pen, the G pen is much sharper and I like it for that. Real G pen is way sketchier, scratchier. There's a reason why I use some of these brushes versus the others. Calligraphy is not really here for a reason. I just kind of wanted to keep it here. I'm so mature. I'm a very mature person. It does kind of add like a fun way of doing line art. Very blocky. Thank you for the alert. Oh, that's nice. That's actually quite nice. Shame that's not what we're doing today. Be gone, eyeball. I wonder. If I wanted a more, like, stylized line art, this would be amazing. But that's not the kind of line art I'm doing right now. I just want to do some basic line art. What was I using? G pen, big one. I'm definitely a fan of the big G pen. Oh, I have to undo through the eyeballs I made. But yeah, most of what I'm going to be doing today is just going to be line art and the occasional yapping. Okay, it's going to be like all yapping. But I'm saying it's the occasional yapping because I might go silent while doing line art. Because I tend to, because I'm just kind of doing the same one thing. And focusing. But I also never shut up for long because it's me. And you should be used to this by now. No, that's far too much of a curve. I am happy to finally be moving on to line art phase of this because I've been kind of avoiding it. Because I haven't been fully sure if I've been giving this outfit the right amount of, like, flowiness to it, but I think I'm liking. I think I finally like the outfit. I think the lip is still kind of wrong. I don't think that curve is in the right spot. Like, her head is supposed to be split down, like, right here. So her mouth is not in the right spot. But that's fine, I can fix that. Quite simply. By removing that silly little line. I do like the line. I don't know why I've been really liking adding that little, like, curve in the lips. I just do. Yapping and lining. Oh yeah, I'm not technically doing a co-working stream, but also feel free to just chill out and work on something you're supposed to be working on today with me. Not technically a co-working stream, but always a good excuse to do co-working while I draw. Because most of what I'm going to be doing is just vibing and working on something. But you might as well take it as an excuse to do something you need to get done. I know, I tend to draw along to streamers I like watching who do art. You gotta make sure you're still looking at it right. But yeah, if you're a fellow artist, maybe get some pen and paper out and oh my goodness, that looks creepy. Something about her having her mouth like that is wrong. You're still missing, like, the upper lip, obviously. No, I don't think she actually has sharp teeth, so I'm not gonna do that. Even though sharp teeth is one of my favorite little, like, just little pointy fangs is one of my favorite things to draw on a character. Not what she looks like. This mouth is weirdly terrifying. I'm not sure why, but it does. So I think maybe I should just redraw the mouth that's giving me problems before trying to move on. Sketch pen. Why am I, like, forgetting how I draw mouths? It's like, this is not how I draw them, and I don't know why I'd suddenly want to draw them like this. No, I know I can't, but this is still a commission, so it's not my character. But I do love sharp canines. Just about a lot of my characters tend to have them, even if they don't need them. Keith. I like have to remind myself of how I draw a mouth. Not sure why about this is happening, but I guess it is. I guess I do the little indent a lot. So the indent is one in the wrong place, so that's likely what's causing problems. It should be about here. And this. I mean, Galaxy probably wouldn't mind the canines, though, because she is, this character is one of the goddesses for her campaign, and one of her, I think it's one of her sacred animals is a snake, which is partially why she has that little, like, fang earring. Supposed to be like a sort of snake thing. She has it on both ears, it's just the other ear doesn't really show up, because, well, her hair's in the way. And she also has snake bite piercings, because I thought that would be a funny way to go about that. She's also the goddess of, like, fertility and purity and stuff. So the snake fangs wouldn't be too far off, but it wasn't in the original sketch, so I'm gonna leave it be. I wonder if I erase the tiny eyelashes on this eye. Strange. There we go, much better. Okay, before I say that, flip. Yeah, I think that's much better. There we go. Up. Sideways. I don't know why I like these little, like, mouth angles on the sides so much. Ah, where am I? Cease. I also like really filling up the upper lip with black. I don't know why, because that's not actually how that's supposed to look. I do it a lot during the sketch phase, but I actually like having two lip colors. It just looks nice, I guess, during the sketch phase when there's nothing there. That look a little better? Nope, that looks worse. Nice! Maybe I'm too close to the mouth. Maybe I need to do this from a distance. Maybe that top lip just needs to match the sketch a bit more, because it looks way too much thicker than the rest of it. I think the reason I like these things is because they mimic those little lines your mouth get when you smile real big. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Nope, that looks backwards. And now for the snake bites. Which maybe one of them should be slightly obscured by the lip? Okay, I kind of like that. Okay, I think the lip's looking a little better now. Weirdly enough, I want the mouth to be a little bigger. I'm not sure how vector layers tend to like being messed with like this. They kind of don't. It's like one or two bigger, slightly further down. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Next bit. Oh yeah, I should erase this little bit here. That doesn't need to be there. Yeah, I think that's what I need. Oh yeah, I do have a little bit of a yapping topic to talk about now that isn't just me commenting on my own art. Or I guess commentating on the art. So I've been working a little bit more on my, not only like my VTuber, or well, not my VTuber, my PNG tuber. Though I do want to learn how to rig and draw my own, and like figure out the cutting and stuff for my own PNG tuber to turn into a VTuber one day. That would be so cool. I don't know if my computer could handle streaming and VBridger though, so that might be a very, very future change. Not a right now kind of thing. Plus, I'd like to actually use this PNG tuber I'm working on for some time. She's planned to be here for a bit. Because I'm actually going to make it very easy to have parts be interchangeable. Like, I'm going to leave it as mostly a blank. I talked about before that she's going to be bald and technically naked because she's not going to have her outfit on. So I can easily switch different outfits onto her without having to redraw her. And instead I can just have her be a base for new outfits and stuff. And also have the tail be a different layer so I can have it animated later on. The blinks. In the future, when tech decides to work. Yeah, when I can safely have VBridger and stuff working without exploding my computer. Because that's a very real concern of mine. But yeah, very excited to show you guys the new PNG tuber. I gotta figure out how to animate the tail flick, but I do have most of what I want set in stone. So I am actually going to be working on animating her next week, or technically on Saturday and stuff. And I'm very excited to show what I got finished off, as well as the storyboards for the animation I plan on working on. Now, I've said before, this animation is not going to be like a, oh, I'll get it done sometime this year kind of thing. I'm very new to animation. Hell, I'm very new to drawing a lot of things, and I need a lot more time and practice than to make an entire 2-minute animated song thing. That is something you need, like, years of practice, or at least several months, to work towards. Something in which I do not have under my belt. Of course, I'm going to do smaller things like animating, well, smaller things. There's still going to be animations, but like my PNG tuber is going to have partially animated, like, emotion stuff. Her tail will flick at different rates depending on which emotion I've chosen. At first, she's just going to have the same one for every time, and she'll get more and more animated as time goes on. Hell, I might not even turn to a PNG, not a PNG tuber, a full VTuber model, and I might instead just learn how to make one of those GIF tubers. So she can just have animations I've made myself, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes, because VTuber is one of those big goals that a lot of people look forward to, but I also know I don't really have to do that. My big goal could be GIFtuber. GIFtubers are extremely cool, and as soon as I found out about them, I was super interested in becoming one. And I'm slowly kind of turning into one. Because I want to do animations. So maybe I'll go the full V802, no, not V802, that's what I'm currently using, that's PNG tuber. I think it's live 2D route. Maybe I won't. The future holds many a mystery, and I am a very impulsive decider. So by the time I get there, we'll see if I actually even care about becoming a VTuber at that point with a like live 2D model. Technically, I am a VTuber now because I'm a virtual tuber, but like, you know what I mean when I say VTuber model, like the full shebang. I'd be more interested in learning how to make one than buying one, because if I learn how to make it, at the very least I can make more stuff like that. And I find that whole process very interesting. So I'm far more interested in like making my own stuff just because it forces me to learn. I'll be honest, it's partially out of stubbornness, partially out of the fact that I'm broke, and partially out of the fact that I have to learn stuff if I force myself to make my own art. It's a really great way for me to have to learn, because something I love feeds into something else I love, which is streaming and drawing. Art has been like my main hobby for years. And oftentimes I doodle and I just do stuff to make myself happy. Silly little doodles every once in a while. But now I've really gotten into OCs, specifically my own, and I want to turn them into like real little things, you know? Like turn them into a comic, give them silly little doodles. Give them like a Tumblr ask page, you know? The stuff other people do with their OCs. That I saw growing up and I was like, you know what? I could do that one day. I still haven't. But I still could one day. I sure still haven't turned my characters into a comic. I sure still haven't made an Ask blog. Definitely haven't made any animation memes. But I will one day. And that's what's important. Those are still very big goals, and those are things I want to do. So at least I'm getting closer to that goal than I was when I was younger and I didn't draw my OCs ever. And now I draw them occasionally and talk about them more than anything. And I sure as hell am not writing a book. I don't like writing that much to write a book. But I certainly like drawing, so I can make a comic. I still have to write. I know that. But at least it's not like the... no, it is still pretty much the main focus. I do still need to write, but like, I get the excuse to not have it entirely be written. And I don't want to write enough for it to be a graphic novel. I just want to draw a comic. The story and stuff is something I do enjoy. I like crafting stories for my OCs. If I didn't, I could just make them slice of life characters and have them go through the motions every couple of comic pages. No real story is needed to create a comic. But I kind of want them to have one. I've always liked dramatic stories and stuff. Like, I really liked Naruto growing up. I didn't watch a lot of it, I still haven't finished it, but when I was in middle school, absolutely adored the beginning of Naruto. And don't tell people I never finished Naruto. Probably never will. I'll be honest, I know a lot of what happens because I've already been spoiled by it, sadly. And I do think it's an interesting show. The characters are funny. Like the animation. But like, It's just one of those things that inspired me to create, but like I never really got too into. And because I've already been spoiled for a lot of the big things, I'm not sure if I'm going to ever rewatch it. Just because I'm not sure if I really want to anymore. Because, like, I already know a lot of the stuff that's going to happen, so. Yeah, I think we talked about it before. Not a lot of people here actually ended up watching Naruto. So that was a while ago, so I'm not sure if that still goes for everyone in chat. But yeah, I can at least say that that was one of the things that definitely inspired me to actually want OCs and stuff. Even if I will never see it as anything more than just, I thought this was really cool in middle school. That's like, most it's gonna get. problem child. But I liked a lot of things as a kid. Naruto was just one of the first ones I thought of. Like, I know I liked the Winx, but I can't remember much of it. Is it even the Winx? Is it just Winx Club? No, it's Winx Club. It's not the Winx. Winx Club. Ah! Why is that connecting like that? How dare you? How fucking dare you? Or like Ninjago was not an anime, but was definitely a show that I was obsessed with as a child. Very much so enjoyed that one. And it will seep its way into every little thing I create just because I really got obsessed with elemental powers back then. And it's still there. That's where my love of elemental powers came from, and element-based abilities and stuff. I think maybe also Winx Club could be to blame for that, but not fully sure. Therefore, I will blame Ninjago. Digimon as well. I really like monster designs because of Digimon and like the power of friendship from a lot of things, but Digimon also is probably where that came from. Because having your little critter buddies and having to get your way out of some dangerous situations, specifically Adventure 1 and 2, because I know there's a lot of Digimon shows, so I can't just say Digimon. So specifically like Adventure 1 and 2. I watched 2. I wasn't as invested in 2, but I did really like 1. That was the one I was really obsessed with. Because it was like season 1, season 2. I wonder how many people do line art the same way I do, where they just kind of keep bouncing around the canvas to work on the thing they want to, and then eventually they'll get through everything else. Like, yeah, sure, I've done most of the face parts. That's clearly been done, but it's like, I clearly keep going around to different places, like, I don't want to work on this anymore. Go somewhere else for a second and then come back. Or if people just, like, start in one corner and then they just make their way down. Boop, boop, boop. And this. There we go. Those are probably horrible tangent lines, but I don't care, because I still haven't figured out tangents. I know what they are, and I know they're bad, but like, probably fine. Ooh, that doesn't look right. Oh, probably because I'm forgetting this little bit right here. Tangents or something something don't let your lines touch in weird places. Or whatever. Because I guess it's super distracting. Probably like makes your art look less aesthetically pleasing. But there's a tangent right here, I think. And it's even worse because it's not connecting the line properly. I don't care. This little hair bit right here is supposed to be the same as this one. And I can see they don't line up and I don't like it. Therefore, it must be fixed. There we go. What are some other shows I can blame for, like, the tropes I really like? Oh my god, yeah, I hate that so much. The fact that Google Docs just will not let you have, like, dark mode on PC for some weird reason. Like, every time I'm working on something, I have to get flashbanged constantly because I would love dark mode. It makes my eyes hurt less. But no. I have to get flashbanged if I want to work on something. Thank you for feeding Pluto, Wolf. Hi, Wolf! I will drink some water in just a minute. Let me make this line less... Oh. Okay, I'm done redeeming. Yeah. Sure, you are. What was that noise? Oh, you're telling me to save. Okay. I will save. Fine, I will stretch. And I will drink some water. And I would also suggest you guys stretch and drink some water. Okay, well now this doesn't pop out as much as I would like it to. And that's quite bad. That's a bit better. There we go. Nice. We can fix those two little hair pieces that stick out in a second. Actually, Wolf, thank you very much for reminding me to save, especially because I don't know how long ago I saved. I don't think I've saved since I've started. Saying hi before I head off. Drawing looks looking great. Thank you very much. I am quite happy with how the face turned out. The drawing of the rest of the outfit is going to take some workshopping, because as you can see, it's not finished. It is simply existent. There we go. It's simply be. Very true, very true. The Cult of the Lamb music is so fucking ominous. Like, it's not that deep, man. I mean, yeah, sure, we're drawing a goddess, I get it, but, like, it's not that deep. I ain't looking right still. Yeah, it sounds like we're fighting a boss, and I guess the final boss of this is mostly just line art. Because once I'm done with the line art, I can move on to the coloring phase, which is just relaxing and peaceful. Which I already have part of it done. Obviously, this doesn't fit into the rest of the hair just yet. Because it's only the sketch phase, and this is ignoring most of this, but it has a lot of the rendering I want to do. Little bits, touches on the face. I'm not sure if this little eye thing is going to stay here. That was just me throwing some ideas around earlier. But yeah, she does actually have these little spots on around her eyes and on her face. I decided to make them both freckles and like these little, kind of like deer spots or like cheetah print spots without the little holes in the middle. I might make them more subtle, but yeah, that's kind of what her end colors are going to look like. The other horn I do have to fix because deer horns are so confusing to me. I know that there's not enough spacing here, but I'm not entirely sure how to fix that. And weirdly enough, I couldn't find a lot of tutorials on how to draw deer horns that looked the way I wanted them to. Because like a lot of them were very realistic, and I was like, that's not what I'm doing here. And that's kind of the thing about drawing cartoony, or trying to draw something that doesn't look realistic, but is still taking advantage of realism. It's like, you just kind of have to fuck around, find out the art style. Which is every art style. Literally, you just fuck around and eventually you find out what you like. Like, I like drawing eyeballs like this. Hey, I think realism is cool, I just can't stand the idea of doing it. Because I don't have the patience. Like, remotely. Huge respect for people who do that. I certainly don't have the patience for it. It's the only thing I can do. Wait, what is? Realism or fucking around and finding out? There's a lot of options for that. Realism. Ah, okay. Yeah, developing other styles and messing with stuff takes so very long, and some people just really like certain things. Realism is a very fun one, and for people who like it, it can be very easy and simple compared to cartoony. It's more about what you've learned to start off with. Like, to me, the idea of doing realism sounds impossible just because it's not something I've learned at all. And I don't really have an interest in learning it. I've always liked cartoony or more so, like, anime style. It's so much easier for my brain. Exactly. Whatever is easiest for your brain tends to be what you're drawn to, and that's very good. You tend to be better at that thing that you actually like doing instead of the thing you don't want to do. Jokes aside, realism is impressive. Incredibly. But it's also really fun trying to take real things and turn them into something that's simpler to draw, while also retaining some of that, like, hey, I know exactly what that is. Like rendering gold. Gold is so incredibly goddamn complex. Hell, any metal. I should post my snack in Discord. Yes, please. I will check it out in just a moment. When I'm done fighting this damn hairpiece. I should have put more stuff in her hair. No, I think this is simple but good enough. Yeah, once I'm done with this commission, I'm going to move on to drawing the chibis that people are owed from their daily orders and or their other things. I don't know what to call them. What is that? Is that a color? Did you just post a color in the chat? What is that? Is that a color code? Ah, that's the hex code for gold. Aha. I can't use hex codes in Clipstio Paint. It works on the other thing. I use whatever this translates to, though, as like my main one. Here, I'm showing you guys the, this is by Beidou's, by the way, the pick crew I was sent originally. Mine is I don't know what that one turns into, because I don't know the, RGB thing for it, but this is what I tend to use. This itty bitty little rendering trick I've learned from looking at other people's art. And other people's tutorials. I don't render gold super complex, because I fucking hate that. And then we have this slightly darker shade. It's a very simplified version of gold rendering. This is the far more complicated version of it. But this is kind of what gold does, which is very complicated. It does look pretty, though. But obviously not what I would do to render gold. Yeah, it's so shiny, and the dark spots are not better. But yeah, what I tend to do for like a more simplified version is just use the one color, maybe the secondary one. I might actually make my gold brighter, because this isn't super bad, but I know my colors tend to be a little bit more saturated. Yeah, just something like this. Normally with like a big streak of the this, the highlight. That's the word I want. So kind of the fun thing about gold is a lot of it does tend to be like the overlapping of it. That tends to be a lot of how people do rendering. Hang on, I have the perfect picture of gold. Yeah. Are you sending references somewhere? Oh, I see the snack. Ooh, that's really good. That's an amazing snack, Agent. I quite like that. But yeah, gold is such a complex motherfucker. To be fair, I might be drawing it far too, what's the word? Desaturated, I guess? So maybe a more saturated version of everything might help. But that's just how I tend to draw, so my eyes aren't in pain. Okay, this looks like shit over here, but that's not important. Thanks, I did the taking a year off of drawing. Sometimes a break is what you really need. But yeah, I love Beidou's like D&D pick crew. Very nice for when you're trying to make your characters because they have so many options. So that's what Galaxy used as their like main rep for how she looks, and that's where I took a lot of her traits from. Again, the eyeliner might not stay. It might not. I'm not sure. I made the horns gold. They aren't technically gold, but Galaxy liked it, so it stays. And she had like these sort of braided, sort of. Look, it's. Pit crews can only be so specific. So I decided to make them these sort of green vine-like dreads. Which might not have too much rendering in the, or like detailing in them. Image dump. Or media dump. Oh my god, I fucking hate that so much. Like, it's a great example for seeing how like the light works, but it's like, oh my fucking god. Gold is so goddamn shiny. Look at that. And the shadows and just the slightest of creases. It is amazing though. It honestly makes it very easy to see what I might need to change about the horns and how they should be reacting. Because yeah, this is the simplified version. It was just to see it. But like, that actually does help greatly. Thank you very much, Agent, because I'm not including that sort of like, that kind of like lightning strike look that it has to it. I didn't even realize that that's something I could be including. Like, that's something I do, weirdly enough, for hair a lot of the time. But I never even thought about the fact that that's great for gold. A gold tooth, that would be helpful. Or just like someone's earring would also be a pretty good one. Because all of her jewelry is gold. Hello, welcome to the Cosmic Cafe. Thank you very much for the follow. Follow alerts are anonymous, so I don't know your name, but if you would like to share your pronouns, it'd be much appreciated, if it's what you are comfortable with. But feel free to continue to lurk and enjoy if not. Because your comfort is far more important. But welcome, and thank you very much. Let's see. Because, like, this is incredibly simplified, and that shiny bit is very nice to see, though. But now, what would I do with the shading of this tube? I never even thought about that. This actually might be too high up, and the shading might actually be more over here. Ooh. I love saving sauces from, like, a restaurant trip. Because then you can just use them for more stuff. Especially stuff that you eat it from home. Sometimes that extra kick is what you need. Like, I will forever hate some places, because there's so many places with really good barbecue sauce, but it's always like, oh, this is like Wendy's brand barbecue sauce, or like some other specific place's barbecue sauce, and they never tell you where they get it from, and like, I just really want whatever this fast food barbecue sauce is specifically. I don't want something that's like, oh, this is just a barbecue sauce that's like zesty or like spicy. No, tell me where you buy this from. I want some. Share with me this information. The forbidden knowledge. I've said I work on instruments and I need to use the light to find dents. Oh. Is that where you got those pictures from? Yeah, let's get my little rendering thing up here. Ah. But yeah, thank you very much for that little reference, because that actually makes me... That gives me some ideas for how I want to change the rendering on this gold. Because this is going to be a fully rendered piece. This is not just line art. This is going to be fully colored and fully rendered. And sometimes my rendering can be very simple, but there are certain spots where I like it being more complicated, like things like gold or hair or tiny details on the skin. It may not look super different, but you can tell the difference. Like, I have extra colors on the line art, or at least I try to on certain spots. It's little things, but they're important. Oh, god damn it, that's the eraser. I like how we started off saying, oh, I'm gonna curse less. I'm gonna try to at least, and then here I am. Not doing any better. Don't mind the amount of times I curse when I'm drawing. I love drawing, okay? Just about every artist loves drawing, but it still pisses us off when we're bad. Personal offense to myself and God when I make a single art mistake. Oh my god. Huh? Subway's honey mustard is like sweet and it's really good. Yeah, everyone seems to have their own like specialty brand thing. Look, I know everyone hates Burger King or whatever. I do too. Still gonna eat it. Nobody goes to most fast food places because they want good food. But Burger King has like one of the best barbecue sauces to eat with chicken nuggets ever. And I hate that they won't tell me where they get it from. I've never asked. But you think if you ask a fast food place worker, like, hey, where do you get your stuff from? You think they know? You think they even know? It literally has, like, Burger King barbecue sauce on it. Everything's branded, so, like, I doubt they know. It might be online, though. I could check online. Rodeo Burger. Is that the bacon one? I really only go to Burger King for the chicken nuggets, I'll be honest. I don't know anything else on their menu except for chicken nugget. Okay, zoom out. Get rid of some of the other things. Oh. The rest of her eye is likely going to be deleted. Don't mind that. Look, okay, I'm curious about some of your guys' art opinions. How many people here are the kind of people who get pissed off when you see someone's hair or their eyeball through their hair? Are you people who don't like that? Because I don't care, but I found out some people really don't like that. Agent, you are a godsend. Thank you so much. Okay, so it's like on the outside and the... Okay, so it lines both outsides. Agent, this is super helpful for this rendering. Thank you so much. Where am I? What did I click? Stop clicking it. Cease. This kind of looks like someone's nail instead of like a tube or an earring. It's not important. I just realized that this kind of looks like someone coloring on their nail or something. I know I don't mind when people do it, because hell, I like doing it too, because it's kind of nice. Because, look, hey, I drew a cool other eye. I don't want to get rid of it. But I also only tend to do that in the sketch layer because I just didn't want to erase it behind the hair. Like, there should be, like, the main shadow and then, like, this sort of side shadow. Both are very thin. like something like this in a very simplified version. Okay. More references for metal, let me know. I have over 1K. Thank you so much. Alright. Okay, so I didn't know that. That's super helpful for like these little spots here. Because they're like kind of a tube. Whatever. I'm still gonna use that rendering, even if that might not be right. That looks amazing. Okay. Speaking of things I have to say goodbye to, I'm not gonna keep this bit of the eye, so I might as well. Oh my god. But I kind of like seeing it. I don't give a shit about Ardalitas. When have I ever? I found my shinies. I'm very curious to know what you're talking about, and I would love to see it if that's something, if you were like looking for a picture. Oh, I think, were you looking for more reference pictures of like gold stuff? Is that what you were doing? Now I'm curious, what do you have? Because Agent has like, you shouldn't be able to see hair or like the eyeball through this type of hair though, because this is a dread. You can't see through this thing. This is thick as hell. The whole point of this is to me at least, it's supposed to be kind of like she has like actual vines integrated with her hair because she's like a fertility and purity goddess. So like plants and stuff. So like her hair could be like living plant matter. You shouldn't be able to see her eye through it. I know we're not going to care about things making sense now, but like I'm thinking about whether or not I want to keep this here. The hair got deleted. Oh, maybe the pupil being, still being visible through the eye is what's freaking me out. It's still kind of poking through in a weird way, and I don't know why. You. Cease. Cease. Ah. I fixed it. Ah! The line art's turning gold. Not good. It stayed for so long, but I do think I have to say goodbye to it. I'll forgive that pun because it's good and you've been helpful. Ooh, what is that? Is that like gold flakes in a little bottle? What is this? I like this. It's quite nice. I like wish I had an orb filled with whatever this is and just like I could shake it, put it on my desk. No idea what this is, I just like it. I get very easily distracted by shiny things, don't I? Not gonna stop now. I refuse to stop now. Let me see. This is actually looking very nice, though. The art. I'm ignoring it. Nope, we're not nitpicking. I don't care. It looks good from the distance. We're not nitpicking today. I am working on the line art, and if something genuinely looks wrong, it can be deleted. That's fine. We can go back and fix it. But I'm not gonna nitpick little things. I need to stop doing that. It's bad for my health. Mental and physical. It might be slight gold. I want it. You can't just show me a shiny thing. What is this? Where did you get it from? Where can I find one? I'm a fucking gremlin. You can't stop me. This is why I chose a chimera, because like I just start adding more lore. Like I like shiny things, cat. Like laying in grass like little creatures, sheep. I want gold things, dragon. Not the classic chimera, because those are supposed to be goat, lion, snake, sometimes dragon. But I do like how more recently chimeras have been taken as also just like, hey, this creature is many things. Might be pyrite or... Oh, fool's gold, right, pyrite. Had it for years, I don't... It was 10. Where did you get this? You might not even remember, which is upsetting me more. I want whatever this is. I want a little ball of, like, weird gold things so badly. Where I am a creature, like, shiny. It's like my main problem. Like, I have a jar full of tiny seashells that I bought one time because I was like, ooh, bottle full of trinkets. Give me. Need that. Injected right into my veins. I don't care if I ever use them for anything. That's not the point. I want tiny little bottle full of trinkets. The joy they bring to me for being tiny trinkets in a bottle, it far outweighs the fact that I will never need this tiny bottle of shells. Pretty sure the purpose is for decoration, which is how decoration works. It's just, like, I don't need this painting, I just want it because it looks cute. It looks cool. That's the purpose of a decor. Entertainment value. It's my little mood boost in The Sims. Tiny little trinkets in a bottle. Mood up. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore either. It's fine. I've gone drunk with line art, which tends to happen when I do line art for a little bit. Or I start just kind of madly rambling about weird things. This is why I haven't done art in a little bit, because mostly because I've actually been busy with other games. But I wanted to do some art today because I was feeling in an art mood, and, like, you can't waste art energy. Not in this house. Besides, I will end in like an hour or so because I have to have the energy and brain power for fishing. Because in MC Plus, we have another fishing event going on today, which is Net Fish and Chill, where we all just get to have fishing time while we watch Howl's Moving Castle. And no, I will not be bringing you guys along. I technically could, but I'm not going to. Because all I would be doing is kind of talking to chat, mostly talking to other people who are doing the event and watching a movie, which you guys cannot watch. Because I would get my channel in trouble for doing that. So sadly, I will have to say goodbye to you guys when it's time for a movie. So we got another hour of stream because I want to end at like 8:30 my time. Since movie starts at 9:30 my time. Hope you know I am now looking through random stuff I have. See? Trinket collection. It brings joy. Why doesn't this look right? The waviness. I need to redo this whole hair thing. Come back. The eyeball must come back. Return to me the eyeball. There is a distinct lack of waviness. And I simply cannot allow that. Good. No, that line's good. That line has honored the tradition of waviness. And down. Oh yeah, for anyone wondering how the community D&D sessions are going, they aren't. Okay, they will happen, but I don't have anything for you guys just yet, but I will. I'm planning to work on something for next month. I do kind of want to see if I can get one of those done. I will be pestering my streaming co-DM, who won't be showing up for most of the streams, but he will know about them and will be helping me with them. But yeah, they are planned. I don't have anything planned for the first one. I do have ideas. But nothing is ready just yet, but it is on my mind. The right thing? No, it isn't. It's supposed to be like 6, and I was using 5. Oh, that's so much better. Line thickness. Line thickness is very important to me. Even if it's like a itty bitty little detail like this. Because, like, for the hair, it should be way thicker. There we go. But yeah, don't worry, those of you who are in the Discord, you will be getting updates when stuff is worked on, since it is more of a Discord event, but also still a community event. But those who get to be active participants in the current sessions that are running will be in Discord, because I need you guys to be able to VC. Or at least communicate in some way. But speaking of that, I might have to homebrewed again. Uh-oh, what have you done? What have you created for us, the Archfey? Do I want to add these little lines? I think I want to wait until I'm doing the rendering to do those little line things. This greatly displeases. There we go. Ah, shit. Wrong thing. Ah, much better. That solved the rest of my problems with this. Line thickness. These just too thin. Sounds like I have to go over them. So it can act as a familiar, and I'm shocked it took me so long to make it. Is it Rhea? Did you turn Rhea into a familiar? What is it, cafe-based specifically, or is it just something you homebrewed in general? I shouldn't assume that everything you make has to do with the cafe. Okay, it is cafe-based. I'm excited to hear it. Okay, hair is looking fine. I might have made Kuiper bunnies. Ooh, little guys. Rhea's children. Oh god. How do I do that? Bad things. Okay, okay, we are looking good. I'll turn the colors back on for a quick sec because these are important. They are the colors I'm going to use. Okay, yeah, this is definitely what I want to use here. Might not be the outline, though. I might want to leave the outline as just black to make it pop a bit more. But, like, inside lines. I tried to give each their own ability. Ooh, I'm really excited to see that. Like, based off of the sugar, shines, and shades thing? It was like, gimme. Making little grabby hands at the screen. Gimme. I must see. Yeah, sure. If that is how you would prefer to send them, then yes. That might be a bit too light. There we go. I'm being dozy. Tiny aberration. True, true. Drone, stun, dark vision. 3 flavors. Ah, that's a cute name for it. Headbutt. Because that's all they can really do. Oh. Oh, that's fun. I like those rules. Those are actually really good. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that these are actually very fitting. I'm not gonna say if they are in case you want to keep them a little secret. But something I'm working on in the background has to do with the fact that this new channel point thing that is lore-based is called Wonder. And to the deities, like Pluto, Eldritch deities kind of thing, Wonder has certain typings called flavors. The sweets are obviously flavored after sugar. The shades are flavored after bitter, and the shines are flavored after sour. So what you chose is very fitting for how those types work. Because they're based off of the flavor profiles, so they're called flavors. But they're also typings. So sweet things are normally like, obviously sweet things tend to be charm-based and healing-based. You accidentally called it, yeah. Bitter is essentially a ghost type or dark type, so the ability you gave both of them is extremely fitting. And sour is essentially a poison / acidic type, alongside electricity. You fucking called it, Shetty. I'm not sure how, but you did. Those abilities perfectly match how those typings work. With the sour essentially being, like, effect-based. So, things like in D&D, like being dazzled, would be very close to something a sour could do. For bitters, they tend to be associated with ghosts or occult stuff because they're essentially a dark type, like in Pokemon, or a ghost type. And sweets are essentially like a normal type or a flying type or a psychic type. And they tend to be associated with things that are like angelic looking or cute looking, like normal types and psychic types can be. So those are all extremely fitting. And that's insane to me that you did that without knowing any of this stuff was coming. And I'm so incredibly proud of you for that. You had no way of knowing any of this information, yet you were still spot fucking on. And that's amazing to me. Those abilities are so fitting for those typings. Yeah, that's like actual foresight. Because I haven't talked about how the flavor types worked yet at all to anyone but Echo. And I was just telling them the other day that they're not fully set in stone, but these are like the very basics of them. Those are insanely like accurate. Because obviously, sure, you could maybe think that all of them would be just like sugar and our sweet type, but you didn't. Because you chose to get creative, you matched each type perfectly. That's crazy to me. That's so good. That just makes me want to work on what I'm planning more. And honestly, I think because you got that so spot on, I have to tell you guys something that I want to make sometime very in the future. Love the name of the sugar's ability. It sounds like a pastry. Yeah. I love that too. That's so good. I love that. Honestly, I might make that like a little, add that to one of the orders. Add like Eldritch type foods. Maybe don't eat this. Like a cupcake with an eyeball that blinks at you. Just like, don't eat that. Maybe don't eat that. But yeah, that's incredibly accurate for how these guys work. Hell, I don't even know if I said before that each of them's a different flavor. Because it's not just they look different, they also have different wonder typings. Being bitter, sour, and sweet. Which is the same as the sweet type, but, you know, well, sugar. A little Eldritch delight. I don't know why I thought it would be a cupcake specifically. It could be any type of, like, baked good or pastry. Actually, I don't know. Are cupcakes even pastries? Do they count? I don't know if they count. But yeah, that's incredibly good. I think these colors work. Yeah, they're just enough to be like, yeah, that looks different, but not too different. That's how I tend to like the shading stuff to go. The gold, though. Let's take the darkest part. A little more red, because we're theming this after actual... Wait a minute. I just realized something. She has gold... Excuse me. She has gold accessories, but also her horns are gold. Did I do a stupid? I think I might have did a stupid. I'm very proud of you, too. That's insane. I think I might have did a stupid, though. Her horns are gold and so are her accessories, which doesn't make sense. So I might need to make her horns a slightly different gold. Or like just a slightly shinier horn and then make it so her... No, I'm gonna have to ask Galaxy because I knew both of us liked the horns being gold. I'm actually just DMing them, hey, I might have did a stupid. Okay, I guess they're not horns, they're actually antlers. Keep calling them horns, that's not how that works. It's gold. But Cool. I'm glad. Honestly, I love Zava too. I'm so glad she looks this fucking pretty. I'm so happy how pretty I made her look. Maybe add more shine to the jewelry. Maybe make it more subtle. Luckily, Galaxy is awake right now, or at least isn't super busy, so they're like, oh. Did not think this through 100%, though. Don't pick her up. How tall? I'm at, well, I think she might have that in her information area. I don't think you can pick her up. I don't think she'd let you either way. Also, no, Zava is not one of the gays. She's an ally, but she is straight. Still gonna make her pretty as hell. Even if I can never have. Yeah, I really didn't think that through. She's... oh, never mind. She's much shorter than I thought she was. Still, don't pick her up. It'll probably make her mad. Huh... Because I like the jewelry. I think it kind of adds to her having small amounts of jewelry. But, like, her horns being gold also is a very, like, powerful look. The horns being gold is, like, incredibly powerful looking. So I'm not sure if I want to just, like, get rid of that. It's like, yeah, she still looks cool. Like, with a brown. But, like, to me, when I made her horns gold, I was thinking, this kind of makes it look like she's, like, a goddess. Her having some sort of, like, straight-up golden feature. Was very, like, oh, this isn't just, like, a really cool-looking tiefling or, like, fae character. Like, she's a goddess. She has, like, pure gold horns. Because that wasn't, like, a design note, but, like, her having gold accessories. But to me, her having accessories on her horns was also, like, she loves her horns. They're a part of her. They should be as pretty as the rest of her. So I'm realizing I have now made us stupid, because the horn jewelry was before I made the horns gold. I haven't gotten a response back from Galaxy just yet. I'm gonna look through her information on the D&D server made for that game and see if there's any information that I can kind of like work with that I didn't read before that can be like, oh yeah, this will fix it. It might not be, but we'll see. Because in D&D, a lot of the gods have, like, certain colors they favor and certain animals they really like, stuff like that. So maybe that might help. No, green and green. Yeah, she's the goddess of life, nature, purity, and peace. She doesn't like when you talk about her height, so it's a bad thing we've mentioned that. She's not super well known in the game, so there's not much in her, like, notes page that's for the players. I guess maybe if I treat them more like tree branches. Because again, she's the goddess of nature and... Oh, I thought she was the goddess of fertility and purity. No, it's nature specifically. Okay, so I was wrong about that. But yeah, nature goddess, kind of green planty hair. How do I fix? Oh wait, no, her antlers are still like a very light version of this gold, though. So maybe if I just do... No, that's still kind of... Maybe. Not the fucking fireflies. No, that still looks kind of weird. Okay, Galaxy has approved the sort of goldish brown. Let us mix the goldish brown. So I want to use this brown as like the sort of base. Then I want to use my normal gold. Oh. And then I kind of want to desaturate what I get a little bit. Well, saturate, but like darken. Thank you very much for the save spell, Fancy. Something kind of like this, so it's still very saturated. Let's see how it looks. This does not fully cover everything. Right, because I made the drawing bigger earlier, so I could do line art a little better. But now it's too close to the hair color. I need it to pop still, so maybe... I don't know why to me, for some reason, getting fireflied by Cult of the Lamb is like almost the same as getting like brickrolled. This isn't really a meme song, but to me it is. I don't know why I feel this like this is a meme song. Maybe they just really like this song. That's why they chose it. Okay, now it's lighter. What is this? This is way lighter. What is this? Oh, right. That was the color I was working with. I don't know how I forgot that so quickly. Okay. Let me figure out how I might want to render this. Now we've moved on to like a different facet of this. Subtle. Very subtle, but nice. Still very different than the backdrop. Now, find a nice light color. Oh, I think I have in fact reverse engineered what I need. Okay, we've gotten the gold color back. I'm gonna turn this off. I need that to be gone. And I figured out a better way of rendering gold, so maybe that'll also help with the differences. Because that's very bright in comparison. That's good. Oh, that's wrong thing. Then we take this amazing wording. Okay, that kind of almost looks like the same color. Uh-oh. My rendering. I've fucked it up still. Okay, because now the color she's using looks better in comparison. From a distance, it looks great. It looks great. That's not the problem. The problem with it now is that the way I render gold is still the problem. Because the colors look kind of similar. I just kind of ended up making my sort of mid-tone gold again. Oh, great. You're gambling again, are we? Ooh, yeah, those colors are almost the exact same. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, I've just somehow reverse engineered a color I was already doing. So how about slightly less shaded? No, definitely don't like. What if instead I go lighter? That's too light. Okay, maybe. Turn that back on. Turn that back on. Now we mess with the gold. Then again, I was saying that I might need to up my saturation on how I color gold, because it would look better. So it sounds like I'm gonna have to do that now. May the Kuiper Bunny luck be upon you. I'm realizing I accidentally just inverted it. Since this is almost the same color, all I have done is invert what I did before. Alright. Problem has not actually been solved. Because if those colors are still so very similar, I have simply just inverted what I have done. Now we're getting too red again. Okay, what about this? Okay, now that's lighter. That's the fun thing about brown, is it's just orange or like yellow but desaturated. So trying to get a brown that still is very saturated but also isn't just orange. Very difficult. Color check. Okay, not bad. Color check. Not bad. Only problem? This thing's colored. Change it to whatever this is. This lighting. Change it as well. This. Go to the left a little bit. This. There. I fix. Okay, here's the color palette. I don't think that's exactly what I did. I think it might be backwards. The amount of mess and gold that is right there is so funny. Okay. Back down to the palette. Darkest color, middle color. There we go. Okay, this has somewhat fixed the problem. Never mind, I gave that to Comet's Moth. Take it, I'm just realizing I should have gave the Kyber Bunnies a gambling mechanic, but should give it to Comet instead. Yeah, the bunnies aren't gamblers, but they do steal things occasionally. And that's just more so the troublemaking ones. Okay, I think this should be good enough. I think I fix. Because it's not entirely gold, but it is a little bit better. We'll obviously leave that to Galaxy's approval. Oh, that color is good. Max of +5. Yeah, they can have 1,000 moths, but it won't fix the problem. They can't get too strong. I'll figure out the logistics of the line art coloring later. We're not on line art coloring though, so that's not important to us just yet. Right now, we go back to line art. Yeah, it makes it so much more threatening. Cult of the Lamb boss music makes everything way more threatening. Which means they did what they were trying to do. And I just listen to it all the time, Cult of the Lamb or not. I listen to Cult of the Lamb music during live streams, mostly. I do it while I'm drawing. I listen to it while I'm playing games. Unless they have their own music, but Minecraft music tends to take too long a break for my patience. Especially during streams, so. Cult of the Lamb music all day, every day. And sometimes it's relaxing, like this. But even when it's boss music at an inappropriate time, it still makes me feel all, like, super hyped, even though I'm just doing line art. But like I said, kind of as a joke before, the real boss is the line art. So I'm still fighting for my life over here. I just thought you were gonna say the real boss was the friends we made along the way. They could also be that. I don't know if I would win a fight with most of my friends, though. I think I'd lose. Quite badly as well. Based off of lore? Also probably not. Based off of real fighting ability? Surely not. The thing is about this little, like, cloth on her arm is it's see-through. So her whole arm is still here. It should still be visible through it. Oh. Alright, there doesn't look entirely right. Oh my goodness, wait, what is happening to her arm? That's not right. Like, yeah, sure, she should still have this little, like, indent. That's not the right thing. Like, that doesn't look right. I think the problem was mostly, and still is mostly, that my anatomy's a little jank. Okay, maybe we don't draw the arm cuff yet. Accessories can be added after the initial arm is drawn. I've drawn her arm just a little weird as well in the original sketch. Because, like, here, let's turn this off for a quick second. Turn the outfit back on for a sec. Like, I don't know if that's actually where the arm should be, because, like, I'm measuring it with my fingers. I don't think that's right. With her arm off to the side, that is not where her elbow should be. Because, one, her elbow is way too low on her arm and is sticking out here when it should be up here. That's where the arm is curving. And also because it's like pointed all the way out if it's like that. So yeah, I think I drew it wrong and I need to fix it. The elbow should be somewhere up here. But that's fine. Now that I've realized that that is a mistake I have made, that's fine. That can be fixed. I am also going to save real quick and look over what I have gotten done so far. Which is mostly just the face and realizing that there are still some problems with the arms, which I always tend to have problems with. I do kind of want to wait until I get a response from Galaxy on the colors to move on to colors, but I'm not done with line art yet anyway. But it's going to be mostly a lot of messing with the line art anyway. But yeah, this is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna have us chat for a little bit. Because I'm getting ready to send you guys off soon since we are at 8. And that means I'm going to be ending stream in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna also turn down the music a bit. I'm realizing it might have been a bit loud for today. But yeah, I think that's going to... Yeah, let's end this off with a bunny battle. Good idea, Agent. But yeah, thank you guys for all of your help and hanging out with me today. This was nice. But let's have a bunny battle to end things off. Except for everyone who's sitting, because apparently you guys don't get brought with. I don't know why it does that, but it's very funny. But let's see how everyone does. So far, we have no clear losers, but Meeples is pretty low on health. Will he go for that health pack? And he will. Currently, I am chasing Shay for some reason, but I don't think I'm going to survive this fight. Ooh, just with a little bit of help. Comet and Meeples are battling with the double hit from both. Agent is the first out, with Shay being a close second and me being third. Okay, I was about to say there's no way. It is now Meeples and Comet, but I don't think Meeples is going to live this. But hey, we've seen crazy things before from Comet, actually. But no, it looks like Comet has a win! And we can roll dice for them. Yeah, having like doing a betting system on the bunnies during the campaign. That could be fun. That's an interesting idea that I might do. But you guys have bunny bets. But yeah, that is likely going to be it for today's stream. One last bunny battle to end it off. Thank you guys for joining me. This was very fun. I hope to see you guys again. I got a little bit of this done. Actually, kind of a good amount of progress of this done, because hopefully I'll be able to do more and get this done by the end of the month. But thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to be sending you guys off to someone else. I doubt Kiri is still live, but I know he was live before me. So I'm going to look through my following tab real quick. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for another art stream. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next week. Actually, Kiri is still live. He's playing Peak. I think we shall. Oh, but there's so many other people. I haven't gotten a chance to raid Kiri back in a bit, so I think we will raid Kiri. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be streaming for, but that's too damn bad. I guess you guys will just be raid hopping, potentially. But yeah, we are going to be raiding Kiri. You guys know Kiri already. The Fox Boy we like to pester at times. He is currently streaming Peak with some buddies. Peak is a pretty fun game for those of you who may not have seen it. Pretty good. I don't have it. Probably won't play it. I think it's a good game. I think it's interesting. I just don't want to buy it. because I know I'm not going to play it very often. I say after I bought my friend's Witch-It. We might not ever play it again, but we had fun while we did, so that's what's important. Some greatest of your day. Hey! I'm glad I can give people... See, you know what? That's actually an insanely important compliment to me. I don't think I've said this to you before, but it is. The fact that I'm giving you ideas and inspiring you to create more makes me so fucking happy. Like, actually, being able to inspire people to create more is so important to me, and I'm so glad I'm helping you out with that. And I love seeing your guys' creations in one, because I like seeing new things, and two, because it might give me a chance to see and inspire you guys to create more because you have eyes on your work. So please always share your stuff if you're in the Discord, because I love seeing it. God damn it, Kiri, go away! Fuck. Fine, we canceled the raid. You go away. Wait, Bambi! God damn it! Go away! No! They joined us! God, you guys suck. Aw, how dare you! Fine, I guess I have to... Now I have to figure out somewhere else to send you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure you are. Okay, fine. Now I have to send them somewhere else. I'm so sorry for everyone from Bambi's Raid who might have been excited to watch something. I don't have anything more for you. I was just about to end and send you guys off to Kiri. So I think instead I am going to send you guys off to... You know what? No, we're doing something good today. I suggest you guys stay for the raid. Pretty please join into this raid because we are raiding City Cat TV, which is actually a charity of sorts for their foster cats. Watching their Twitch channel actually helps them get money, subbing gives them money, bits give them money, to help continue to take care of the cats that you can actually watch live constantly. It gives them money to feed them, to give them treats. You can actually save up points to give them treats occasionally as well. So please, 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 if you want something to end your night off with, or just watch in the background every once in a while, I suggest you join this raid to go and watch City Cat TV. And go watch their cats that they are taking care of. And help them feed those little guys. So please, please, please join us. Thank you very much, Bambi, for the raid. I'm so sorry. I did yell at you guys, but thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. But yeah, come and join us to raiding. My brain is frying because I was too bad that I was too late to send you guys off to Kiri. But thank you for joining, and I'm going to send you guys off to Kitty Cat TV. Please do send them some love and hang out in their chat for a little bit so you can help support these little guys. There's pictures of them with their names at the top. My favorite is God, why can't I read? I can't read his name. I think his name is Donald. It's something similar. It's something that starts with a D. He's blind in one eye. He's missing one. He's so cute, and I love him. But yeah, go watch, go hang out, give him a little cash if you can, and they're gone. Shit. Either way, go watch the cats, damn it. Gives them money. It helps them take care of the kitty.